Oh, so we've decided to change it up a little bit today. A little bit. Yeah, we're doing camera news, because it's September. There's lots, and it's September, and September always means camera stuff, I guess. Especially, like, I'll talk about an iPhone, new camera. That's why you buy an iPhone nowadays, at least for me. If they got a good camera feature, then I'm like, yep, here you go. And if not, I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. It's fast enough. All right, so let's look at some of the current, as of, well, they kind of came out today, yesterday, a bunch of stuff. So, Sony Alpha, the A7IV, the A7IV specs rumor. And this is over on Sony Alpha Rumors page. Not a lot of information, but I like this. Of course, this is a mock-up, right? Launch in October, if, of course, the chip supply and all this is okay, which we'll see. Newly developed 33 megapixel sensor, 5.5 stops of IBIS plus AS. And then this is what's kind of cool, because people are like, is that real? Sony Alpha Rumors, they got from their source, it says, I have the A7IV on my table right now. 33 megapixels, 4K 60p, full HD 240p, so 240 frames in full HD. 10 frames per second, huge buffer, world's fastest autofocus, and I like this actually, GPS on camera. That's really nice, not having to link it with anything. New HDR processing, similar results from smartphones. And that's something I was always like, smartphones are getting so good with photography right now, especially their HDR, because of their processing ability inside the smartphone to do all this. We need to get that over to, you know, the mirrorless world, and maybe Sony's doing that. So it could be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens maybe September or October. If they're planning on releasing maybe in October, we should be hearing some more info in regards to the A7IV shortly, I guess. For us Canon people, myself included, the EOS R3 will be coming out. It says that they have reported that the date of the announcement for the R3 will be September 14th. Not confirmed, of course, right? What will be announced, the EOS R3 camera body, which will be available to purchase in November, and a bunch of accessories that you guys can see right here. And along with that, you should see, it looks like 2 new RF mount lenses. So a Canon RF 100-400 and a Canon RF 16mm. Now the 16mm, you know, that could be good. I have an old EF 16-35 f4, which I like. But if they can make it just, and I use that lens actually at 16, it barely ever. So if I can get a 16 2.8 for maybe a similar price, or cheaper because it's just locked, well, it'd be interesting, right? This one here, the 100-400 though, not a fast lens by any means, but I have a bunch of lenses that are, you know, in that range for speed, and for a lot of us, that's plenty. You know, especially if they can keep those keep that price down a little bit, that would be fantastic. GoPro, yeah, GoPro Hero 10 leaked, and here's some of their rumored specs, features, price, availability. So featured specs here, let's see. 5.3K video at 60 frames per second, right, versus the 30 for the Hero 9. 4K video at 120 versus the 60 for the Hero 9. 2.7K, 240 frames versus the 120. 23 megapixel photos versus the 20. Not a big deal for that, but the other ones for sure. Hyper Smooth 4.0. Time Warp 3.0, and if true, would be the same as hyperlapse of the Hero 9. It looks like they're talking about a possible September release, because if you look at previous releases for GoPros, we are seeing those come out in September, and the hope would be that pricing would remain the same as what the 9 is now, in and around the $450 mark. That would be US based pricing. And of course, they were talking about, for those who subscribe to GoPro subscription, the subscription entitles you or the user to replace, if any of their GoPro cameras break, up to 2 times per year. you guys can read it here. It's on 360rumors.com. But you know what? If they can get this kind of stuff, I like this though. It says, for those who don't need the new features of the Hero 10, its release would also likely mean a reduction in the price of the 9. So I'm guessing to $350 discounted to $250 for those who subscribe to the GoPro service, I guess. $250 reasonable. But honestly, I had heard a lot of people complaining about the 9. So I don't know. I have a Hero 7 Black, and it's pretty rock solid, I have to say. It's never really led me too far astray. But if I can get it, I hit maybe a 10, maybe. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. You know, action cams are action cams. And this was kind of my favorite here. And it's we don't know what it is, right? We don't know what it is. And this is this is the email we see here, a high 5 email. And what happens is it takes us to this September 8th event, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And it's high 5. So I've added this to my calendar. I've entered my address. I'm going to be watching this for sure. But a couple thoughts. I've been perusing through the internets, and there's a few thoughts on what this could be. Number one, the possibility of a DJI Phantom 5. So the Phantom 4, of course, has been forever, it seems, since it's had any kind of update. So maybe a Phantom 5, but they've really been focusing super high on their Mavic series. So I don't know if the Phantom is something that we may even see too much anymore. But high 5, high elevation, you know, high, like a drone taking off, possibly, and the number kind of corresponds properly. So that's a possibility. Number 2 possibility would be the DJI Gimbal, right? So their gimbal, their DJI Mobile 4 was out before, so of course Mobile 5, right? So it would be interesting to see if the Osmo 5, Osmo Mobile 5 is on the radar. That's a hard one. You know, I can't see that drawing a lot of excitement. But for some, mobile shooting right now, there's so many options out there for mobile phone gimbals. And honestly, there's not a lot of, in my opinion, features that really separate them much anymore. They have all gotten to that kind of level where they just do what they do. Like I've got, I don't know if you guys can see it on the window there. Those are all 5 of those mobile phone gimbals. Which one do I use? Whichever one is charged if I need it. Because they all kind of do the exact same thing. There's not, honestly, right now, there's not really one of them that I'm just like, oh, this is the go-to. The other ones, nope. So I don't know. And last but not least is the Osmo Action. Now the Osmo Action, this would be just kind of version 2. But some people are thinking that it may go Osmo 5K. So going up from 4K resolution to 5K, because we are seeing some of their drones start using, or are using 5.2, I believe, 5.2K sensors in them. So if you can throw some of that sensor goodness into their action cam, plus, you know, speed up, like we're seeing with the GoPro, speed up their frame rates and speed up their resolution, all kinds of stuff would be good. And it would be pretty smart for DJI to release this, an Osmo 2 with 5K, just ahead of the GoPro 10. So that could be a possibility, because timing wise, that one actually makes a little bit of sense. GoPro Hero 10, no announcement as of yet. Rumor is September, possibly October, in that range. This one kind of sneaking in there September 8th. Be like, here, we have it. You should just spend your money on our camera, not their camera. Yeah. So out of all these, any of these kind of would be like, here, have my money? I don't know, right? The Sony camera for sure, very cool. But I think for me, I'm probably going to be just saving up to see what happens with the old iPhone. You know, that's the one that I enjoy using the most. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know if any of these have got your interest, have got you thinking about throwing some of your hard-earned money down on the table, because maybe we'll look at picking one up. Not the Sony, that's too much. But maybe the action cams, or maybe a new drone. That'd be cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there, and we'll see you fine folks tomorrow. Oh, just so you know, there won't be one of these little evening videos for a couple days. We have friends of ours coming to visit this weekend, actually tomorrow, and I figured I'd actually spend some time with them. But we've got review videos for the morning all lined up, so don't worry, they're coming out. You're good. All right, guys. See ya tomorrow in a pre-recorded video. Later.